You ever get that feeling that there's more to you than what everyone sees on the surface? Well, today, we're going to dig into this really powerful idea that deep down, inside every single one of us, there's this incredible, radiant treasure. So stick around because we're going to unpack what that treasure is, and more importantly, how you can start to find it in your own life. All right, we're kicking things off with maybe one of the biggest questions a person can ever ask themselves. And look, I'm not talking about your job or where you live or what you do for fun. No, this is about your fundamental purpose. Why are you really actually here? The spiritual text we're diving into today, well, it gives a pretty powerful and direct answer. And here's that foundational answer. I have created him for my glory. Now, according to this ancient text, that means your existence, it's not an accident, it is totally intentional. The core idea here is that you, yes, you, were formed, made, and created for a glorious purpose. So let's unpack what that actually means for your life right now. Okay, so what does it mean to be created for glory? Well, it all starts with this powerful premise. Your life is meant to reflect something magnificent, and it's all because you are completely unique and specifically chosen. I mean, really think about this for a second. This isn't just some nice, fluffy self-help thought. It's a huge declaration. In all of human history, there has never, ever been anybody exactly like you. And there never will be again. You are literally a one-time event in the universe. That's how special this is. And you know, what's so liberating about this idea is that this glory, it's not something you have to earn or achieve or work for. That divine spark, it isn't some reward you get at the end of the line. Nope, it's already inside you, right now, just waiting for you to see it. Okay, so that leads to a really fascinating question. If all this glory is already inside of us, why don't we always feel it? The source material we're looking at uses this incredible metaphor to explain that tension. It's this idea of a priceless treasure, hidden inside a simple, ordinary clay pot. And here's that contrast just laid out so clearly. The earthen vessel, that's the outside view, your circumstances. Maybe it feels like living in a tiny room, or you're struggling with money, or you just feel limited. But on the inside, that's a completely different reality. That's the radiant treasure, a core of infinite worth and potential. So, to put it really simply, the earthen vessel is just the container. It's our physical body, our day-to-day grind, all the stuff people see on the surface. And yeah, that's part of our story, for sure. But it is not the whole story. The real, lasting value, that's what's on the inside. Which, of course, leads to the most important question, right? If we have this incredible treasure, how do we actually get to it? How do we get past the clay pot to find the gold inside? Well, this next part is all about the how-to. Think of it like this. Imagine you own a piece of land that is just full of gold. But if nobody ever digs for it, that gold just stays buried, right? The value is there, but it has to be uncovered. It's the exact same way with the treasure inside you. It needs a tool, a kind of spiritual pickaxe, if you will, to bring it all to the surface. So what is that miner's tool? Well, the source we're looking at identifies it as the Word of God, this spiritual guide that works in 3 clear steps. First up, revelation. It straight up reveals who you truly are. Then, step 2 is insight. It shows you the incredible treasure you're carrying. And finally, empowerment. It unleashes your potential to actually live this truth out. See, it's a clear process that goes from discovery to real, tangible action. And really, this is the core invitation. It's a call to shift your focus. The real work isn't about trying to fix everything on the outside first. It's about looking inward, engaging with this whole process of discovery, and letting yourself be built up from the inside out. And this brings us to the final, really empowering stage. See, once you start to recognize that treasure inside you, the focus shifts. It's not just about discovery anymore. It's about expression. It's time to arise and shine, to let that inner reality completely transform your outer world. And it all kicks off with a conscious decision, a flat-out refusal to be limited by your earthen vessel. Because when you know your real value, it gives you the strength to keep going, to grow no matter what, and to just reject the idea that your circumstances could ever define your destiny. So hold on tight to these truths. Remember that you are unique, that you are chosen for a very specific and divine purpose, and that you are set apart, literally designed for something special and glorious. See, when you hold on to these truths, that you're unique, that you're chosen, and that you're set apart, the final step, well, it becomes inevitable. And that is simply to shine, to finally let out the glory and the treasure that's been in you this whole time. And so, we end right back where we began, with a question. But this time, it's not about why are you here? It's about what are you gonna do about it? Knowing what you know now, what piece of that inner treasure, what part of your unique glory are you going to choose to bring to light today?